Well, it's not too often we start our videos on horseback, but today we're doing something just a little bit different. We're out here in Red Dead Redemption 2, and for those of you that are maybe unaware, we've been playing through a number of different games on our Sunday Twitch streams. We've done Subnautica, Subnautica Below Zero, and currently we're doing a playthrough of the Red Dead story, and along with that we're trying to get all of the legendary animals. So currently we're on the trail of the legendary Bighorn ram, and I wanted to maybe get that and the legendary elk today. I was looking at the map, and we can kind of see that the Bighorn ram and the elk aren't that far apart, so I'm thinking this should be doable. But as we're trying to do this story playthrough, and it's known for taking quite some time, I didn't want the fact that I'm going to be away this week to cut away from any of the time that we can put into this, because I expect it to be potentially many weeks of play. So in order to kind of continue doing something and keep making content on the game, I thought we'd do a video today chasing some legendaries, and we'll kind of see how it goes and if you guys enjoy it. In the meantime, we'll continue with this track, and hopefully we can kind of do it in maybe somewhat uncut segments. Because I am preparing to go to Georgia, this is sort of a last minute thing. I've got all my videos done other than this one, but to get any kind of length to this video, I think there's going to have to be mostly uncut kind of segments. Also, that's going to save on a bit of editing, but with all of that kind of, I guess, pre-hunt out of the way, we can get on to tracking this ram. According to what it's sounding like from what Arthur's saying, I don't think we're too far away from this one. And we've kind of seen with a couple of legendaries we've taken on the stream thus far, it seems to take a couple of shots, so I'm not real good with the Deadeye. Those of you that are maybe more experienced in this game will probably laugh at whatever I'm doing today, but hopefully we can still manage to do alright. I'm not seeing the next clue. I hear footsteps. I wonder if it's right there in front of us. I love to try to take these things with the bow, but I almost did that with, what was it, the piebald buck, and that about got away. Now, I just saw a white ram. We're going to aim quick and enter the Deadeye. And I think we're just going to headshot it a couple of times. And does that actually take it down? Looks like we got it. So we'll have to sort of put it down, unfortunately. The one nice thing about the legendary animals in Red Dead versus other ones, they can be shot multiple times and not lose their quality. Should I study this? I know in online studying the legendaries makes a difference, so maybe. And didn't even hit that. Talk about not being good at certain aspects of the game. That's a pretty good example, but not bad. Only took us a couple of minutes, and we got the legendary ram. So because I intend on going for the elk as well, I'm just going to skin this. I think you can make more money by bringing the entire carcass, but you can't put the carcass on the back of the horse and then also haul the elk, so we'll kind of just go with this. We'll magically take the horns, and we'll get our horse up here and stow him and go look for the elk. Now, when we were going for the legendaries on stream last Sunday, I don't even remember, I think it was that ram that we were going to look for. We stumbled upon a legendary wolf, and I know there's some legendary wolves up in the area of the elk, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers that we find the elk and don't have to deal with the wolf. I really do feel as if we lucked out killing the wolf on our first try on stream, so we'll see what happens. But according to the map, he should be kind of to our northeast. We'll take a look at this again. It's sort of showing like south of the bend in the river, but you can see that wolf is right there north of him, so hopefully we encounter the elk. I mean, looking at this, the river doesn't really bend like it shows. I'm guessing it's maybe down in here. Hopefully we can kind of just get the text prompt that we've entered legendary animal territory fairly quickly. Now, I was told that if you die while like having a legendary animal skin or anything on your horse, that it will despawn. So I really don't want to find that wolf, like I said, or if we do, hopefully we can kill it. By the way, before we find another one, I meant to grab the repeater before we shot the ram and forgot. Luckily the pistol did the job, but I don't want to have to rely on the pistol if a wolf shows up. But we've made it as far as our waypoint, and one thing that's rather unfortunate, it seems as though the sun's gone down on us, so we might be doing a bit of night hunting. I'm not actually sure how long like the day and night cycle is, and by the time we find this elk, it could be back to daytime, so I'm not going to set up camp or anything until we figure this out. But I'm going to look at that again, It was like just south of a bend in the river. The fact that it's so dark does not really help our case here. It could be that we haven't discovered enough of the map. I can see where the snowflake moose is as well. I didn't even realize that was there. That's one that I definitely want to get, and one that we'll no doubt chase on stream. If we look at this again, I mean, it kind of ends, and I think the snowflake moose would be up in there. So we've got to be close. Maybe we're just kind of outside of the area. I'm pretty sure I saw the legendary animal thing spawn, but oh, that could be a problem. So, in the process of, you know what? Don't know what's gonna be the best thing here, but we're just going to kind of take care of this real quick. I'm pretty sure there's a thing like, if certain things are happening, the legendary animals don't spawn. It looks like it's still there though, so we might be okay. Now this might not be the legendary elk per se, but it'll tell us pretty quickly. It is from an elk, so I think we're on the right trail. I surely hope that it goes as well as the wolves just did. We're reloaded. I actually hear an elk giggling up there. I don't imagine that's the legendary, but we'll sort of just go along slowly here. I don't want to encounter it as early as we did with the ram, or I don't want to encounter it in such a bad spot, I guess. The elk that's making all that noise is just a normal one, so we'll have to continue with the clues. I really like they have all the tree rubs and all the different things.
Looks a way off.
They are pretty similar to, like, the different species. You get the same kind of things, but at least they are realistic. Apparently it's a way off, so we'll kind of just scoot our way down here a little bit more quickly. But the fact that we even managed to find these as quick as we did is definitely encouraging, because on stream it took quite some time.
Must be close.
Alright, now we should be potentially at the point where we get it. Is that it right there? That is it. Alright. Kind of just walking out ahead of us. I can't tell if those are the normal antlers or not. It looks pretty good size. I think the move, especially on a big animal like that, is to be kind of like what we did with the ram. Kind of deadeye in multiple headshots. Does he know we're here? Or is he just running around? I guess he's just running around. He's got like nice non-typical tines. I'd love to be able to do this with a bow, but it's not really an option. I want him to lift his head. I'm afraid to call him and then use the deadeye because I don't know if it'll work as well. It might. It's just I don't think the time to figure this out. Let's just stand up. We'll go ahead and go for a couple of headshots. I don't know exactly how you get it to work. Don't mind me not understanding the game, but there we go. Alright. Might not have known what we were doing, but that went pretty well. Ooh. That must be the only elk in the game that's got those extra tines. That's pretty neat. I like that a lot. In hindsight, I do wish that we had waited for morning, but I really wasn't sure how this was going to go. And I mean, our picture here is bright enough, so once Arthur is done not really posing for the camera, I think we'll take a quick photo. Ooh. It kind of brightened it up. That looked pretty good. But anyway, we'll go ahead and skin this guy. Gotta put away the camera first. But that's such a cool looking elk. I'm really glad that we actually get to see this in a little brighter light. It looks like, in fact, the sun is probably just rising, so good timing, I guess. We'll get this guy skinned, and then we're going to take them down to the trapper. I'm not going to worry about selling anything to the fence for the moment. I just want to sell the skins and maybe see if there's anything that we can do. I know, like, you need, I don't know if it was a legendary ram or just ram skins for the piebald buck. That's a cool animation. Once again, glad that we got to see that with proper lighting. But we'll take this up, we'll throw it on the back of the horse, and with 2 legendaries in tow and hopefully no more encounters with wolves, I think we're good to make a little money and, like I said, maybe see if there's any garments we can actually make with this stuff. It wasn't a bad deal to do that in the order that we did, because the ram was a lot further away from the trapper than the elk was, so it kind of got us back here for a short ride. Go ahead and sell these things. So we have the Ram Eye, which is going to be 30 bucks.
Oh, I'd pay just about
LCAD
any price
is
for this.
33. And like I said, we have some other things that we'll worry about at another place, but what I want to look at is the garments. I know
Quite like wearing your best day's
some of
work.
them are legendary and some aren't. I think it was this one. We need the buck we have, but yeah, it's just a perfect ram hide, so it's not a legendary one. I'm not sure if any of these things then are available, but they're things to kind of work towards at some point. I wonder if the elk is needed for any of them. Apparently it can make the gloves for the ghost bison, which I kind of like. I don't know if we'll do that one or not, but it'll have to be down the road a little bit as far as actually making that, so worry about it when we get to that point. But I think that is pretty well going to do it for this video. About an hour of time put in to get those 2 legendaries. Usually we do 2 hours for streams, so maybe not quite a stream's worth of progress, but making progress even on a day where I am away, and that was the ultimate goal with this video. So if you want to see more of Red Dead Redemption 2, you can check out my Twitch. I'll leave the link in the description below. We stream it every Sunday around noon, although we're likely going to change the time because the NFL season is coming up, and I don't want to be streaming over those games for my own watching purposes, and so I'm not keeping anybody away from those games. So we'll have to see. Whenever we change that schedule, I'll make that known somewhere in the Discord or here on YouTube on the community tab. And for now, we'll kind of just wait until that happens. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for checking out the Red Dead video. I know it's a little bit different. And I will see you next time.